few seconds, shall we?
The City Deal Board, which I mention only rarely in this chamber, but mainly during the council question time, and which I'm obviously going to have to respond to broader issues of scrutiny, had a very clear view about the local liaison forums, including that they should be set up separately for Histon and Milton Road. It wasn't how I expected the first meeting of those local liaison forums to occur. So, as I stated, following that meeting and in discussion with the chairs of the local liaison forums, both who expressed concern about both the setup but also some of the processes, I have had a long discussion with the county officers about them, and essentially meetings which were originally proposed for next week will now take place at a later date, because I'm not happy that the process has been set up in as effective a way as I would require. The local liaison forums are not there to suddenly redesign the whole scheme, but I just want to be particularly clear, to use a colloquial phrase, what is up for grabs. So I want to see, and the officers, we've had a discussion, more of a geographic focus to looking at each of the three of the sections of both roads. For it to be clear to residents what's involved, to look at those sections in a more integral way, so it isn't just looking at things like landscaping and public realm and trees as an afterthought. So process, that their workshops are not, that have got a specific remit, that there could well be a longer time period in terms of looking to make sure the workshops are successful. And a process to engage residents in knowing what is going to be discussed, and particularly to have a stronger line on the landscape.
Thank you, Councillor. Yes, I look forward as Chair of the Histon Road Local Liaison Forum, and also I'm sure my colleague Jocelyn Scott as Chair of the Milton Road Local Liaison Forum, to ensuring we do get the process right, and that's critical for the residents we represent. And I do appreciate very much the opportunity to talk with you, with City Board members and senior officers to make sure that happens. And would you agree with me that a period of reflection and to make sure this process is absolutely spot on for the future is a really important thing to do?
Well, I think the reflection is underway, and obviously residents' associations as well as local councillors in the area would like to know the pattern of the proposed meetings. So that will be occur. I think there's been considerable reflection in the last week, and I think it's important that we are in a position then to give clarity to residents and to councillors. They are local liaison forums. They can make their own recommendations or resolutions and proposals, but it just needs to be clear what their remit is. And I know that the local liaison forum for the A428 also welcomes the fact that we've sort of taken a deeper breath about exactly how they will operate. In addition, it is clear that the chairs on behalf of those local liaison forums, after the workshop work and after they've discussed the outputs, will be in a position both to discuss the outputs with the officers involved, but in particular in the public domain, to make clear reports back to the Assembly and the Board before decisions are made.